AZ Drone, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I just thought Sunday night we'd get together and do a little chit chat. Oh, Hodges had to go let his dogs back in. He should be back here shortly.
Okay, why can't they both be at the same time? Okay, so I got to go to YouTube.
Yeah, we
And
are
find
live. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled on the wire.
AZ was first.
Oh, AG there already?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not even there yet. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a new one. Oh, look at that. Paul Murray's live. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, before we go too far, like. Okay, now we go to pop out. Okay, cool. It's popped out. Shut that off, and we're good to go. No, you're not. You can't see it, but I got a dog right there. She's right there sniffing along the edge of the table here.
She
Yeah.
wants to get up in your lap.
Well, yeah, she wanted to see what I had here. Chocolate pudding. Yeah, my dessert.
Well, good, AZ. Yeah, we hope you're doing good too. And AZ says hello to Paul H.
Hey, AJ. Oh, gee, that tough plastic. Okay, go. Yeah, I had the rest of that shepherd's pie my sister made. So
That's good. Good stuff.
It was.
That is very good stuff.
Yeah, I'll go see Bonnie for a little while tonight, see what's going on. Kind of I'd like to go in the afternoon, but problem is she sleeps most of the time, so I'm gonna try it again tonight and see how it is. And besides, if it's not as busy for me trying to get the COVID test before I go in.
Right.
So AZ Drone Dude said, did I tell you I bought the new Air 2S with smart controller pro package since the old one was not working with the Air 2S? Oh.
Did you fly it yet, AZ?
Well, I think something changes coming. Our premier doing an emergency cabinet meeting this afternoon.
Oh boy!
On a Sunday afternoon.
You think it's got to have something to do with COVID, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks he's going to lock the province down. Be like Quebec. They got a curfew on, so.
Well, if they lock the province down, does that automatically mean no school?
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Now, do you still get paid?
Yeah, I'll still get paid. Yeah, see, they couldn't afford to not pay me because they wouldn't have any drivers left, right?
Right.
So they're basically paying us to sit in the wings to wait till they say, okay, go back to work, right? So yeah, if I told them I wasn't going to drive because of COVID, I wouldn't get paid. But if they tell us we're not, well, then I get paid. But I don't think that many kids are going to go to school anyways. Because all the parents are all upset now because he's not going to report any school COVID cases, and everybody's going, well, how do I know if I'm going to send my kid or not, right? Everybody's upset at him now for that stupid move. So, hey, Team Danzer's in the house.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, okay. AZ said he's had it for a couple of weeks and he's just opened it up and he's going to charge it.
Oh, how the heck can you have a drone just sitting there with and just for 2 weeks and not open it. God, but the thing wouldn't even be freaking out of the hands of the delivery person. Mine would be in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30, it's a little bit larger battery on the S.
On the R2S. Yeah. Oh, Train Night Productions.
Hey, Train Night, long time. How you been?
Let that up. Okay. Oop, I'm gonna try it. Okay, there we go. Go. I'm gonna go there. Go to Google that. Okay. Come on, yeah. Yeah, I'm subscribed to them. I thought so. Yeah.
And welcome Malik Pearson.
9566. I see. Illinois Central. Okay, cool.
AZ said is my lazy ass.
Oh, he just laid the ass. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping to get some feedback from you because
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with the Air 2S, and I haven't heard of anybody that's disappointed. But with all
Well,
the
yeah,
drones-
I haven't heard anybody that's been upset with the R2S.
Yep, and with all of your drones, AZ, I'd just like to hear what you say.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
the boy, that sure is light, isn't it?
Well, it's bright bridge tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's the
Yeah.
snow reflections,
Oh yeah, yeah.
makes it look much brighter.
Mm.
The yeah, I'm probably like I feel like a bird with its wings clipped. Can't go
Yeah.
anywhere. I still haven't heard from anybody. I called a second guy that works on doors, and I didn't hear from him either. So
Oh no, well, Sunday.
yeah,
Well, hopefully by tomorrow morning or something, you'll hear from somebody because everybody should be, well, supposed to be back to work. But yeah. Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
get back to some semblance of neutrality here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I just got a text message from Trish, which is Bonnie's friend, asked if I'm going out, if I went out and seen her yet. And I said, no, going out shortly. So,
Why does she want to go?
well, she would go, but she can't.
Oh, because of the lockdown.
Yep. Yeah, you have to be a essential caregiver or you won't get in the building.
Wow.
So
Mia's upset. She's over chewing on her hard bone.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, mine should be happy. I just got finished feeding them myself, so they should probably lay down for a little while. Sometimes you get a little rambunctious right after supper, but
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I haven't done much of anything today. Actually, I did one thing today. Went into my train room, flipped the switch on it today, and went, oh, okay, everything still works. But the track is so dirty, the trains would hardly go around.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I wasn't gonna get into that late this afternoon. Clean all the track in there. It'd take me 3 hours or more.
What's up,
So-
Dave? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Hi. how you
Well,
guys
holy
doing?
mackerel. Who's that guy?
Baldy.
Hey. That shine out there. Oh, geez,
Yeah,
How you doing, Dave?
doing well. How are you doing?
Just fine. Just, yeah, good to see you. Don't get to see
Yeah.
you much lately.
Yeah, I've been a little busy.
Yeah.
I guess it all gets that way sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm leaving in about half an hour. I'm gonna go and see Bonnie. So
Okay.
So Dave, how you feeling today? Okay?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good, good.
glad to hear that. What background you got there, Justin?
It's a AMD.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, ever since I switched over from Intel to AMD, I fell in love with it. It seems they just seem to work so much better. And not just that's my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dave, how's the temperature out there? Is it bone chilling cold?
14 degrees
14 degrees. Wow.
and going down.
Yeah, a little Chuck and Philly, eh? Oh, I had fun this morning trying to get into my truck. My ice scraper's in the truck and I can't get the door open because it was froze shut.
Uh,
I had
Hey,
a
look.
hell of a time.
Don't talk about people not being able to get into places. Remember about the other Paul? He can't even get his car out the
I can't
garage.
get into my truck either, Paul.
Yeah, well, you can get in it, but you can't
I
get
get it, but I
out of
can't
the
go
garage.
anywhere. Yeah.
And you got probably no snow on yours. Mine is just. I think what happened. We had that snow and it melted a bit and it froze.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and because there was ice underneath the snow this morning.
How'd you end up finally getting it open?
Well, I went and got the spatula, for cooking, flipping eggs, but it's one of those plastic ones, right?
Right.
To go around, I had to go around the door and try and break it around. Finally I got my fingers in the top and pulling on this, jerked on a few times. Finally, it popped open. And meanwhile, it was running because I got the auto start, right?
Auto start. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I didn't have the heat cranked up. I just had it on low because I never even thought, really when you get out of the vehicle, you should turn the heater to high. And,
Yeah.
so if you do a remote start, it's going to help out things a little
Well,
quicker.
Paul, tell Dave about you got your order today.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I got my air fryer, I guess you want to call it. So
Oh,
yeah. So I made some French fries for lunch today.
Yeah,
yeah.
it worked good.
Yep. Yeah. Well, my sister's got one similar to it, but a little bit different. So I said to her, what's the temperature and how long? So she said 350 for 15 minutes, and yeah, it worked out pretty good. So
That's good.
yeah, but it does everything. It's got a rotisserie in it. You can put a chicken in; it'll revolve, and it comes with 10 accessories. Even comes with oven mitts. The thing for cooking steak on.
Had a steak
Big cookbook.
I was going to ask you if it came with a cookbook.
Yeah, like a hardcover cookbook, not a little
Oh,
cheap freaking thing.
Pretty nice. You remember the old rotisseries when they came out in the early 2000s and 90s? The set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
Bronco.
Yeah.
Bronco, yep. Yeah, set it and forget it.
Ron, what was his last name?
All right, Ron. I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember.
His last name. He was a good
Ron-
sales.
Ron Popeil, Dave.
Ron Popeil.
Yeah,
He was a good salesman.
yeah.
See, taking your cooking to the max. Yeah.
Oh, it's an ass. It
Nice.
yeah,
is.
it's look how thick it is.
So it's a as seen on TV air fryer, or is it
Yeah.
the book?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes,
Oh, okay. That's
The
cool.
Caloric is the name of
Got
the
it
air
in
fryer.
Wally Mart, right?
It is. But see, there's two different sizes. There's a 16 and a 26 quart. I got the 26 quart because there's a lot more stuff you can do with it.
Yeah,
But
Walmart's got a big contract with them to sell their stuff. They sell like a lot of Walmarts. You go in, they have a whole as seen on TV section.
yeah, but this thing was $229 plus tax, and I was kind of thinking about buying one, but I just kind of right now it's not probably a good time. But anyways, they didn't have any in the store, so I went online. Well, they had a Boxing Day sale on for $129. That whole crap. Oh, like half price. So I'll take that.
JDS, you're hilarious. He said my
Oh.
timing is impeccable and I'm titillating.
Hey, JTS, what you happening there, dude? Yeah, so. Uh, so, to cook French fries on first meal. I haven't had French fries in a long time because I got one of those deep fryers, but the thing is, you got to get it out. Then you got to heat it up. Then do your cooking. Then cool it down before you can put it away, right? It just,
Yeah.
So this one here just stays on the cupboard and
Did AZ get his Altel yet?
I don't
Did
know
he-
if you had
he
his
said-
Autel, AZ. Did you get your Nano, your little Autel that you ordered, or because I thought you said that they indicated they were shipping it.
yeah.
But he
Yeah,
said he did open a drone today. He opened up an Air 2S with the smart controller.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sitting on a gold mine of unboxing videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I wish I had all the drones he had. I would have a crap ton of unboxing videos to post.
Oh, there's a little Lama Laura.
Hey,
Just a quick
Laura.
hi.
Hi,
Okay,
Laura.
she's in bed already. Holy crack, man.
Yeah, it's
I
what,
don't-
7 minutes to 11 there.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing anything today, JDS, just kind of hanging around the house. I got bit up real bad by fire ants yesterday, so my legs are killing me.
Oh, that
It's,
happened to me down in Florida.
Yeah, I was moving the trampoline. Our neighbors were moving and gave us their trampoline because they didn't want to deal with tearing it down. So we went to go put it over the fence, and
Yeah.
I stepped right into an anthill, and I mean, my legs got covered with thousands of them.
Oh,
Now I
geez.
got all these like white blisters all over my legs. My legs aren't sore; it's just like they're real itchy and everything from it,
Yeah.
and it's just
So AG Drone Dude said the Nano Plus and the Light Plus coming Tuesday. And the V copter was sent back to sender for some reason. Yeah, he didn't know why yet.
Yeah, they told him in an email, I bet, that the V copter that he ordered was sent back to the manufacturer for some reason by the shipper.
that's
I'm
weird.
thinking they crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know why they would. I'm wondering
Oh,
if they
so-
put I wonder if they wrote the address wrong or printed the address wrong on the package.
Well, they must have the right address because they notified him. Weird.
Freaking JDS, I swear. I think he's found a word he likes, titillating.
Yeah, well, according to JDS, he's got another whole room in his house that's just full of drones and drone parts.
But see, that's what we'll get. I'm telling you, doing unboxing videos and reviews, those are the big view. Those are the videos that get a lot of views. Especially, and I've noticed too, like, and I even experimented with this. If you do reviews on little cheapy, like $20-$30 toy drones,
Yeah,
they'll get thousands of views because there's way more people out there, kids and stuff that have $20-$30 to buy a little toy drone that want to look at a review on it versus a Mavic 2 Pro. There's only so many people out there that have, $2,500 to $3,000 to spend.
right.
So you don't get near, I mean, the bigger channels do get views on them, but you know what I'm saying? A smaller YouTuber is not going to get that many views. But a lot of the cheap drones that I've done, like reviews or unboxings on, they've gotten quite a few views.
Hey, Paul Hodges,
Yeah.
when do you go back? When do you go back to driving a bus?
Well, it's funny because we're sitting there kind of discussing this. Well, we were supposed to go back tomorrow. Okay, but they bumped it to Wednesday. I don't know what 2 days is going to do, but anyways, the Premier of Ontario this afternoon, they're doing an emergency cabinet meeting. But I was just reading it here. It says Sunday afternoon to discuss possible measures to preserve hospital capacity and to keep schools open.
Oh, keep schools open. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. But they're considering banning indoor dining, lower indoor from 10 people to 5, outdoor gathering limits, decreasing capacity for essential retail to 50% and 25% for non-essential. And what else is it? Yeah. But anyways, for at least 3 weeks anyways, so. But they're looking at canceling all ticketed events.
JDS, you are a fool. I swear. Cracks me up.
I'll go see.
Laura, I was talking. Now, don't repeat this, you guys. I was talking to Lynn earlier and I went and sat down in the chair and I had my cell phone on speaker on my shoulder. Next thing I know, I wake up like 20 minutes later and she said I fell asleep and was snoring.
Just fell
I've
asleep.
done that before on here.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
and you know, she told me that before and so I stayed up extra late and I didn't ever hear myself snoring.
I wake myself up all the time snoring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's been plenty of times we've muted you, Dave, after you fell asleep.
I would too.
We left you on the panel, just muted you, let you sleep.
And
We figured you'd come back. Yep.
well, that's what it is.
It wouldn't be a panel until Dave Ennis and Paul Hodges and Justin and sometimes Rob and little Lama Laura and some other people, JD.
Oh yeah, he's on here a lot.
Yep.
Did he ever do any lives before yours?
I
I've
don't
never-
think so.
So you kind of broke his shell on that one, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Let's-
you know, the thing of it is I like for us to keep in touch with JD because we can see this progression from being just an RC car guy now that he's into drones and see how that just goes
Mhm.
explosion. Lynn says he does that to me all the time. Then I stayed awake and I don't remember that.
Hi, Lynn.
Lynn says you have a message, Paul.
I have a message.
No, Paul Hodges, you have a message.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Never mind. I just saw Paul. I didn't read the.
Okay. Hey, look, I do from Lynn. Okay.
Hey, Robert Glazier, how you doing? Welcome.
Yeah, because what time is it?
Oh.
What time is it in the UK? It's got to be what, like they're 5 hours
It's
ahead
5
of us.
hours different, so it's 11. It would be 11:01.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn, it looks like Santa Claus is resting and there's reindeer there.
I'm surprised Laura's still up. Usually she's.
Well, she's been having some problems too,
No,
and
Get
so
down.
she says she can go to sleep for a couple hours and then she's wide awake. Then
Yeah.
she goes to sleep for a couple hours and she's wide awake again.
Who's that, Lynn?
No, Laura.
Oh, Laura, yeah.
What's up, Dre? Recovery One, Dre.
Hey, Dre, how you doing? You're always welcome, my friend.
Who are you talking about?
Recovery
Dre.
One Drones. That's Dre.
Oh, recovery one. Okay, I see it now. Okay.
Hi, Dre.
Yeah. I should really be asleep, but I just can't get to sleep.
Well,
Yeah.
Laura, you could jump here on the panel here, you know?
That'll tire you out more than anything. Well,
Yeah. No, Lynn, I wasn't sleeping. That you must have just heard me. Maybe that was my stomach noise. I don't know.
What up, Mike?
Mike Reddick. Hey, hey. Welcome to Sunday night.
Well, let's hope it's a better year this year, Dre. Betty White
Yes.
kind of put a whole damper on that.
Same to you, Dre. Happy New Year to you as well.
And you know what they say, the rule of three with movie stars. So every time one of them, I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, how one passes away and there's always two that follow right after.
Yeah, that's the old rule of threes.
Yeah. That was such a loss. So she was I loved her.
Yeah.
I mean, the older she got, I loved her raunchy comedy that she did when she got older.
Well,
she just
she
cracked
had-
me up.
He had that old age thing going for her, you know?
Yeah. But she played that role so well. I loved it when she would do her little raunchy comedy.
Yep.
But I was actually, it was kind of sad because I was looking up the Golden Girls show the other day and
Right.
looking up the cast. There's only one cast member still alive from that show. Everybody else has passed away.
Just a minute. Boo. Let me move that over here. Right back there. Ah. Here we go. Here you go.
Got 2 battery packs in today. Just flew for fun getting to trust my new bird.
Come on up here. Come up
Which drone was that, Mike?
here. Jump up. There you go. Jump up. That's it.
Laura says I'm okay in the chat. If I stop typing, I will fall asleep.
You'll fall asleep.
Well, like, why are you trying to stay up, Laura? Like, you're not missing anything. Go ahead and go to bed.
Mike says he just got 2 battery packs in today. Just flew for fun, getting to trust my new bird. What new bird has he got?
That's why I just asked him. I wasn't sure which drone he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's got the Mini too.
Oh, the
Oh,
2S,
yeah.
Air 2S.
No, the Mini 2, I think.
Oh, Mini 2. The Mini 2 is such a good compliment to the Air 2 or the Air 2S.
The 2S. Okay.
I just wish that they would have made the Mini 2 and the Air 2 OcuSync 3.
Yeah.
As new of drones that they were, they should have came with 3 in them.
What were they? Still Lightbridge or something or what?
No, 2.
no,
They had the
they're-
OcuSync 2.
OcuSync.
2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Which-
it's still a cut above, the old
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. But
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like when it comes to the connection thing with DJI, though, I don't see why all their birds can't have the latest. Like, why do they have to make some of them do a step back and then they, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Because I mean, even the Mini 1 and the Mini SE, I think should have had at least OcuSync 2 and not been Wi-Fi. Because they were even new enough to where they should have had them on OcuSync.
Yeah, a little on the Lord in bed and lovely and all tucked up. Must be nice. I still got to go out yet tonight.
Laura's got, I would imagine all her birds are put away
Oh, yeah.
in their cages.
Oh, you were talking about how door handles get stuck earlier. The Teslas are really bad for that because they have those automatic door handles that pop out. In the real cold weather, I've seen a lot of videos where their door handles get stuck and they have to like put hot water or something in there to try to loosen it up
Oh,
to get it to
Yeah,
pop
because
out.
they have the handles that you push it and then it pops out, right?
Right. Or you walk up, some of them, I think you walk up to it and if you have the key, they'll automatically come out as you're getting close to it. But
oh.
yeah, they're really bad in the cold weather for the door handles.
You want it.
Yeah. You wouldn't think you want to pour hot water on it, just go instant freeze. It was really cold out.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
I'd want to use some kind of graphite or something on it. So, something that doesn't suck moisture, but kind of keeps things lubricated or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they use a lot of their battery power to warm up. I know that, like in the really, really cold areas.
Yeah.
They said you'll use a good 20% of your battery just getting it warmed up.
Yeah. Well, you're going to say, how would you want to have some kind of way of heating the vehicle up before you even get in it, like a remote start, but it's not obviously not going to be a electric start.
Well, no, I think they use electric heaters in those, don't they?
Well, they'd have to.
Yeah.
Tesla.
I'm curious on how they do the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Well, probably an electric air conditioner, just like a window one, but made for a car.
Yeah, that's true.
It would just draw on the battery.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder about the heat, if they're using hot water, if they're just heating the hot water or just a heating element, then blow air over it. I don't know.
Me as being needy tonight, just like your dogs do, Paul.
Yeah. Well, they're over there playing right now out in the living room.
Teslas do fascinate me though. If I had the money, I would definitely have one if I had the extra money. I wouldn't mind having one for a little while and playing around with it. I just watched a video of that dude the other day that he got a ticket and got his car impounded because it was the third time the state police caught him sleeping going down the road. They literally, the third time they pulled up next to him and he was just up against the window, I guess, just passed out, and they had the sirens and lights going and he just was out. The car was, and he's going like 60, 70 down the highway.
Yeah.
And that was his third offense. So they pulled him over, gave him a exhibition or driving dangerous, some kind of ticket, and then they impounded his car.
Yeah. We had one kid here earlier today, about 50 miles east of me here, little town there, 50 kilometers an hour. He was doing 160 through there. They got him for stunt driving and dangerous driving. Normally, just hit you for stunt driving or anything over 50 kilometers over the speed limit. And what they do is they seize your vehicle right there on the side of the road.
Justin, do you see what AZ put in the chat?
Yeah, he said regular AC pump, except working with battery, even had a radiator for cooling the battery and AC unit. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, see, I've never had one, so I'm not real sure on them, but I've always been curious about them, that's for sure. Yeah. I figured he was going to chime in on it because I know he had one.
Yeah. Good. They're just they're wrestling.
Paul, Dave, and I, we just move along with our little gas guzzlers, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, betcha.
Carburetors.
Yep.
Yep.
And this
Speaking of carburetors, I'm going to go fire mine up. Hang on.
AZ dude said, I like Tesla, but some of the design is very bad. See, the one thing I heard a lot of people complain about, I don't know if AZ has that issue, but just the gapping with all the fenders and the trunk lids and and the hoods. Like one side it will look nice and clean, and then the other side it will be like a huge gap. It's like they're not fitting the body correctly together, all the pieces. That was one of the biggest complaints I've seen people complaining about online.
Yeah.
I just got the outer start, went over and bam, let it warm up a little bit before I climb into it.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty cool up there right now.
Yeah, it's 22 degrees here. It's probably a little chillier there, isn't it?
21 degrees here. It feels like 12.
Yeah.
So I ain't going out and climbing the cold truck. Just get it warmed up enough time to get out of it again. Yeah, I have to park down by Bonnie's window. I can maybe, when I go to leave, I can just close the window and see if I can start my truck from inside. But like, be already warm by the time I get out. Yeah.
Except then you got to walk around the building to get back to the truck.
Yeah.
No, I did
And-
not know that.
But anyways, lately I've been taking my coat off outside, like leaving in the truck and then just go in the building because time to get all that PPE on, I was just freaking sweating. I don't know, it's gonna be a little cold tonight going from the truck to the door, but it's not that far. About a 20 to 30-second walk.
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck, how you doing, buddy?
Hey. Chuck,
I didn't know that their bodies were all aluminum. AZ, I did not know that.
Well, they're all aluminum.
Yeah, and he said he doesn't have the gapping issue on his Tesla. He said it's very clean.
I used to have a Pontiac Fiero. It was aluminum too, eh? And then the outside was all plastic. Everything was plastic, but it had aluminum frame.
What was
Yeah.
it? What was the manufacturer of the DMC, the one that Back to the Future?
No, the DeLorean.
DeLorean, that was all.
Yeah.
John DeLorean.
Or was that stainless steel?
No, I think that was stainless steel, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Because
you're
it was
right.
it was a small car, but it was heavy.
yeah. My neighbor, who's kind of eccentric, I mean, really eccentric, strange. His parents have a house across the street, and he doesn't live there, and they've been dead now for 10 years. And he keeps the lawn up and everything. And parked in the garage is a DeLorean with about 2,800 miles on it,
Ooh,
with
wow.
blankets thrown over it.
There's a guy that owns a warehouse somewhere in the United States, I think it is. And he has like it's just a warehouse full of original DeLorean parts, like fenders. He's got like a couple thousand doors. And he has like all the original parts. And then I think they make like redone ones, like what do you want to call it? Like they're modern ones, but they make them now, like remanufactured ones.
Right.
There's actually still quite a few people that follow that car.
Quite a few of them out there in collections. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. There's still a big following for those cars. And that's just because they weren't really the best car by any means. They were kind of crappy, but they were just so unique at the time that they've had a nice little cult following over the last 30, 40 years.
Well, they were cool. They didn't need to go fast. They just needed to be slick.
Well, and let's face it, too. Back to the Future is really what popularized that car, because those are such iconic movies by today. You know.
Yeah. Do you remember Paul Hodges? The Bricklin was a gull wing, and it was manufactured in Ontario, wasn't it?
The Bricklin.
Yeah. And
I don't know where that was manufactured. I'm not sure.
It used a Ford engine and chassis, but it was manufactured, and it was made out of that high impact plastic that if you scratch it, you just buffed it out and the scratch went away.
Hmm.
It had the gull wings.
Yeah, those are fancy.
Actually, the Bricklin is made in New Brunswick. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that, Mike. It was all show and not really any power to it. That's for sure.
I
That's why-
remember back in the early 70s when the Bricklin stopped being manufactured, they went bankrupt, and they were hauling them across the bridge over to Michigan to run them to the auction. And one of the guys at the auction called me, asked me if I wanted one, and he says they're selling these for $2,500, brand new. I should have bought one.
Because they were only made for 2 years, 74 to 76.
Yep.
Hey, Justin. One of the things that made DeLoreans famous was John DeLorean was caught up in a drug trafficking.
Yeah, I remember they had him on video.
Yeah.
Making
And
a deal. He had a suitcase full of money.
Yeah. And they didn't get him.
I wonder whatever happened to him.
I think he died. I don't know, but they didn't convict him. But he lost everything.
Yeah.
Those guys know how to make money.
Well, he had a lot of money to start with.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow's already the 3rd of January.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, ladies and
Justin?
gentlemen, I got to run.
Okay,
So-
Paul. Hey, tell
Hey.
Bonnie we said hello.
Yep, I
Yeah.
will. Yep, for sure. So you guys have a good one. Catch you later, eh?
Okay.
Okay. Be careful.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Justin, Dave was mentioning, you may not know this, maybe you do. The DeLorean was the dream child of John DeLorean, who had a lot of money. Wasn't he like an executive vice president of Ford Motor Company or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Order Chrysler, somebody.
Yeah. And he got nailed in a drug sting.
He was trying to save his car company,
Yep.
and
It was
lost.
was it over in England that he got caught?
I don't know where it was. I thought it was in L.A., but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he left one of the bigger car manufacturers to start his own company. I never heard about the drug thing though.
Oh, it
Oh.
was on the news, wasn't it, Dave?
Oh my gosh! Every day.
So he was getting into the hard drugs trying to save his company, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was making a big drug deal. In fact, they showed the undercover video, him sitting there making the drug deal, and he had a great big suitcase like this full of money.
Yeah, and they didn't refer to it as pounds or kilos or anything of cocaine. They referred to it as monkeys, or he did.
Yeah.
And they had him saying that. And that's one of the reasons they couldn't
They
convict him.
didn't convict him
didn't
because
admit.
he called it buying monkeys.
Yeah.
And he never referred to it as cocaine, even though the undercover people that were trying to catch him referred to it as cocaine. He says, no, the monkeys. That's what I'm here for, is the monkeys.
I don't think that would fly today.
Yeah, a lot of things that happened in the past that, it's only us old guys, right, Dave? We remember.
Yeah. Some of it.
Well, they did. That's how they started taking down the mafia, was from the RICO Act,
Yep.
because then they just had to get you on conspiracy. They didn't have to actually prove that you had any actual physical involvement in it.
Yeah, that and taxes. And
Yeah, they put away a lot of the big crime syndicated guys on tax evasion. That was their ace in the hole.
yeah.
If they could track their bank accounts back to them, and that they did not file taxes on that money, that's where they would put them away.
That's where they got. Who was that big guy back in the 30s? Capone?
Al Capone, yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was actually watching a thing not too long ago, and I guess the mafia is still pretty pronounced in New York, but of course, they don't have the power that they did, 50 years ago.
Dre
They're
says that DeLorean was a big sales hotshot for a Ford Motor Company.
But from what I remember, when we were discussing the DeLorean a couple months back on, might have been Jim's show or Matt's show, and I remember everybody saying the motor on that thing was like garbage. like the design of the motor and all that. It was more of like a, and like I said, it was just more of a wow kind of factor of just the way the car was built back then.
Well, my understanding is they were buying motors, chassis, transmissions, and everything from Ford, and they were using Mustangs. And
So it's kind of a Frankenstein of cars.
body, interior, and everything else in them. You know? Dre, is that what you remember too? Is that it was built on a Mustang chassis? A Mutang. That's my recollection back to the 1980s.
Well, I know people said that they were super heavy because they were all stainless steel.
Yep.
Like it wasn't a light car by any means for the size of it.
Yeah, that Dre says that was one of the problems that they had. The reason it went kaput is DeLorean didn't have an engineering background. He was a sales guy. I think somebody attributed, the old phrase, it wasn't him, but that he had said it once at a sales meeting and says, if you're good enough, you can sell snow cones to the Eskimos. It was all about the sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dre, somehow in the back of my mind, I thought it was on the Mustang, but I could be wrong.
Well, Lynn posted a Wikipedia link about him. So it must be like his biography or like a bio about him.
Yeah, Lynn put the link for Wikipedia in there. He was a management type.
Yeah, he was big money.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be able to
1982, he was charged with cocaine trafficking after FBI informant James Hoffa solicited him as a financier in a scheme to sell 55 pounds of cocaine worth approximately $24 million.
Well, see, Lynn put in there that he was an American engineer, inventor, and executive of the U.S. automobile industry, widely known for his work at General Motors. So he was an engineer. I don't know.
I guess this if you go to that, I'm reading it now. It shows that he did. He was the head of engineering departments for different things.
He died in 2005 is what it's.
Yep.
So that wasn't too long ago, 15 years ago. So you think you're gonna be able to go out flying at all tomorrow, Paul?
No, because my car isn't out of the garage.
Oh yeah.
I am.
What?
I'm grounded.
What happened there, Paul?
The electric garage door, or every garage door, has the wound up springs up on top,
Oh, yeah.
and it's a 2-car garage door. And the one spring, all of a sudden, I pulled in the garage and I hit the garage door to come down, and it got about 2 feet off the ground. All of a sudden, went bang, and
Oh,
just went down to the ground. And I went out there and looked, and here the spring on the right hand side actually had snapped.
oh no.
Stainless steel featured gull wings, was powered by a Duvrain V6 engine developed by Peugeot, Renault, and Volvo. So it wasn't a Ford motor. Car was-
Mike,
The car was built in Dunmurry, a suburb of Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Mike said Lynn will take you, Paul, to go fly.
That's a bit much to have. It's not like it's an event that's never going to happen again, you know? Well, thanks, Lynn, for all that info.
Lynn said, "Take him where, Mike?" He said to fly his drone. She said he won't ride in my Chevy Equinox.
Yeah, no, it's hopefully I'm gonna get it fixed the first of the week. I don't know. I mean, I have, it's not like I have to go anywhere, but is what it is.
Well, it's when you start getting low on Pepsi, that's when we all get concerned.
Yeah, I still have, I still have 2.5 36 packs. So I've gone through a 36 pack since the last time we talked.
So you should be good till what, about Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of the week, the end of the week.
That's when he'll just start going crazy and just run through the garage door. She said, "And my motorhome is winterized, not uncovering it to take in flying."
Yeah.
Mike said, "Take an Uber to fly a drone."
Nah, because Mia, I can't leave Mia alone.
Oh, do you always take her with you?
Yeah, she has separation anxiety really bad.
Well, she tear the
If
crap out of your
go get
house.
a hair- I don't get it cut very often, but if I were to go to the barber, she's got to go with me and she goes inside.
Why will she tear up the house if you leave?
No, but she'll squeal and just get all fired up. And what she does is I have a wastebasket right here next to my desk. She'll
Mhm.
go in there and pick out things and leave it around the house. She won't chew them up. She just moves them around the house to let me know that she's displeased.
Yeah, because I've seen some dogs that have that like anxiety when their owners leave, but I've seen them to where they will tear up a house.
Yeah.
Like they'll go nuts and like rip all the furniture up and everything.
Well,
Why don't you like SUVs, Paul?
I have an SUV.
Lynn said Paul doesn't like SUVs.
I don't like little SUVs.
Oh, what do you got? Like a big old Tahoe or something?
I have a Tahoe, and before that, I had a Suburban.
Oh, the Suburbans those are some big SUVs. I mean, they're pretty much a truck with a shell on it.
Yeah, yeah. Truck with a different body.
Yeah.
little more weight to the rear end.
Yeah.
Remember those old international travel laws, Paul?
The international travel laws.
They looked like a Suburban, but they were old 60s and up to about 1970. They called them international, made by international.
I had an international once, Dave, was a panel truck. International
Really?
panel truck. Yeah. 1965, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it had a plow on it. It was 4-wheel drive. and it was owned by a funeral home. And that's where they had to plow. And in the back was where they used to put the flowers to carry them up to the cemetery.
Oh,
And it was a nice truck. That baby, you talk about a truck that could plow. It had regular street tires on it, but I plowed with the best of them. That baby it was so heavy.
yeah, those things were solid.
Yeah, it would just plow anything.
Yeah, my father-in-law before he used to have in North Carolina before we moved to Florida, he had a 19 I want to say it was like a 56. It was an international pickup truck back when they used to make pickup trucks. I want to say it was in the 50s. It looked like a 1950 style body, but it was an international. It didn't run or anything. It had been sitting in the backyard for 20 years rusting away. But it was an old international pickup truck.
Well, in the early 70s, Jeep came out with a pickup truck.
Yeah, CJ10,
Yeah,
I think.
I remember them. And they were painted two-tone.
Yeah,
White along the side with gray or red or whatever you wanted.
they were heavy too, but they rusted really fast.
Yeah, that was a problem back in that era, vintage, that the steel manufacturers weren't doing a very good job, and they would start rusting almost immediately.
Yeah.
So Mia tore up your slippers, Paul?
Yeah, that was when I first got her. Yep.
So when you go over to Lynn's house, do you take her with you, and does
Yep.
she get along with
No, she goes with me. Lynn puts her puppers away,
okay.
and one time we had Mia in the house with her dogs, and Mia almost attacked one of them. So
How big is Mia? What kind of dog is she?
she's a lab pit mix.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a little smaller dog.
No. She weighs about 110, 115 pounds.
She nice with like other people, or is she kind of just you?
Oh no, she likes other people. She doesn't
Okay.
like other dogs. But she likes other people. As she knows, she can tell a person. She gives them the once over the sniff, and if they, of course, I encourage anybody new that comes here and say, give her a cookie, you'll be friends for life.
See, I was kind of opposite with remember the dog I was telling you about we had?
Yeah.
That my son was real close with. I was opposite. See, I always kept him away from company because I didn't want him to get comfortable around strangers, because I liked the fact that he was protective. So whenever somebody would come over to my house, I would always put him up, because I didn't want him to have that interaction with because I didn't want somebody to walk into my house randomly one day, shouldn't be in there, and him walk up to him.
Mia's got that police dog attitude. As long as everything's fine, she's fine. But she's
Right.
always on alert.
Yeah, because my dog, he did not. Like, if he didn't know you, you weren't coming in the house.
Yeah.
And that was just my personal preference, how I like to have them, only because I felt safe when I was at work and my wife and kids were at the house by themselves.
Right.
It kind of gave me a peace of mind that I know he wasn't going to let no random person walk through the front door.
That's like Lynn's German Shepherd. He's a guard dog.
Hmm. Oh, and they're some of the best. And German Shepherds do not play about their family.
No. Wherever Lynn goes, he goes. She's got to take him on Tuesday to have his an operation on his wrist.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, well, the first one failed, and so now they got to redo it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's dreading the idea that, because as soon as she gets anywhere as close to where the vet is, she starts going crazy, whining, crying.
Dogs ain't stupid, they know.
No,
It's just like trying to drag a man to the hospital.
yeah.
when my dad was in the hospital last week, he called my mom and he didn't want to be in there. And he told her doctor was in, said I could go home, come and get me. And she said, okay. And so she called the nurse's station. Nurse said, no, that didn't happen.
There's Mia.
Oh, she is pretty. I like her.
He's muscular.
Very pretty dog.
Yep, she is. She's my baby.
Oh, what's up, Marcel? Happy New Year's.
Hey, Marcel, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Marcel.
You doing some of the video gaming tonight on Twitch? He was I was watching him the other day. He was playing an FPV video game. I missed everybody's show the other day. Because he was putting links to come into his show and Laura and everybody, but I had my computer torn apart for half the day, so I got a little ahead of myself and ripped it apart at 11 o'clock in the morning and didn't even get the parts till about 6. But I wanted it to be all done when the parts got here so I could throw it back together real quick. I honestly, Marcel, I don't use Twitch, so I don't really know how it all works. I just know a lot of gamers use it. I know some people stream on there, but like I said, I've never really used Twitch, so I'm not real sure what you can all do on there. The only thing I know really about Twitch is you got to be careful on there because you can get banned for the stupidest crap. They were banning people they were banning guys not too long ago. If you didn't have a shirt on, they would ban you. Like you had to have a shirt on if you were a guy. They want you showing no skin.
Yep, that's my girl, Mia.
How long you had her now, Paul?
She was 5 when I got her, and I think I've had her 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
She's about 11 or 12.
Oh wow, that's really cool, Marcel. He said Twitch you only have to have 50 followers in 7 days of streaming, and you are affiliated and paid and can make money through chat and more or less BS with YouTube. So they don't like get mad at you for like cussing and stuff on there, Marcel? Because I just have heard a lot of like people, posting YouTube videos about it saying that they were super strict. Well, like I said, I've never used it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Mike said
Marcel, how you been this weekend? Everything going good? Oh, Marcel, I don't know, maybe you answered this earlier. Lynn was asking if you got your drone back out of the water, if they found it.
I asked him that, what was it, day before yesterday when he was playing the game. He said that his friend never showed up to do it.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't get it back. He said his friend bailed out on him at the last minute and never showed up to do it. Because that guy, I think he said didn't he say he was going to pay him $100 if he found it? I think it was. Because I asked Marcel, I said, is it still salvageable, being in the water like that? And he said, yeah, most of it could be salvaged. But it's just nice to have it back, even if it is damaged, It sucks when you lose something and you can't get it back. Oh, cool. Okay, Marcel, so you just have to do certain ratings for the. Marcel said that drone is gone. I don't think it will ever come back to me. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it always sucks when you lose a drone. But it just kind of gives you a little bit of closure when you can take the broke drone home with you. When you completely lose it and you never see it again, it's like you missing something. But he lost a GoPro on there too. I think he said it was a GoPro session. I think he said it was.
Yeah,
So, you know, and that's somebody diving here in like the next year or so. You never know, Marcel, because sometimes those guys go down there and dive for stuff, and they'll try to find the owners of some of that stuff
well,
if they can salvage
the
it.
story I heard, Marcel, was that it was in fast-moving water, wasn't it? So it might wash along the bottom.
I'm gonna have to set up a. I'm gonna try doing a Twitch account later, and maybe I can go check out Marcel's Twitch.
Yeah.
Now, Marcel, do you have to like pay the creator to like go to their channel and interact with them, or is it like all paid, or do you have, or can you just like set up an account and just go visit whoever you want to, like whatever creator you want? Because I actually watch this guy that does diving all the time, and he finds like iPhones and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and he'll try to get them turned on and everything, and they'll take them apart and stuff. And if they can find the person, they'll return it to them. They always try, like they'll find GoPros, you know, in the waterproof cases, and there's nothing wrong with them. And then they'll find out that GoPro's been sitting underwater for a year, and they'll pull the memory card and try to find the person.
Yeah, out here in the river, they have divers that go down there all the time, and they find all kinds of stuff. They find guns, knives, um, anything you can think of.
And honestly, you know what a good idea would be if you have like a waterproof GoPro and you're out doing stuff like that in water, is maybe take a picture of yourself on it with your name and phone number and say, if it found, call this person. That way, if somebody ever does find it and they pull that memory card, they could pop it in there and they'll see the picture of you holding the little sign
Yeah,
with your name and phone number.
that's true if they're an honest person.
Right. I'm saying that, and you may get a surprise a year or two later after losing one, and somebody may call you and say, "Hey, I found your GoPro."
Yep.
Because that's what sucks is some people have the memory card and they have tons of footage on it, you know, doing different outdoor activities, and then they lose it. They lose all that.
Right.
Let's see here. You can link your Amazon gaming account on it and play other games free on there. Lots of other perks. Okay, Marcel, I'll check it out later here and see. Honestly, because nobody I've ever interacted with online has ever been on Twitch. I mean, I follow some gamers, but I've never went out of my way to go on Twitch to follow them because I always thought it was all paid, like you had to pay everybody to get on there. Not that I don't like supporting other creators, but I don't have.
If you
Mhm.
have Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay.
Yeah, because I actually have an Amazon gaming account because I have it linked to my GTA 5 online account. I get a free $1 million every month through the game. I haven't played that though in like months. So I used to be really big into online GTA online. I'm actually thinking about downloading that and getting back on it and doing it through my computer.
Yeah,
Since I had an Xbox, all I have to do is just log into my Microsoft account and I don't lose anything.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Lynn. I don't think everybody would return it, but it wouldn't hurt to do that if you're a real outdoorsy person. Because, like I said, there is a lot of channels on YouTube where they dive lakes and rivers, especially like around docks where people drop a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And there's quite a few channels where that's what they do. They will literally try to access as much as they can on a device to try to find the owner so they can return it to them. They find a lot of GoPros, a lot of cell phones. The one guy I was watching in one day, he found like 5 or 6 GoPros just down by one dock, down right by the edge of the boat ramp and everything. There was a bunch of GoPros and cell phones just right there in that one area.
Dave, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
We got a few people watching, but and I appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Marcel, if I go on sign up for a Twitch account, do I just put in Marcel off Axis FPV to find you? That's all, man. I just need to know, is that how you find somebody? You just use their whatever channel name they're using? And everybody else, good night, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, and
See
everybody,
you later, Dustin.
thanks for being here. Everybody, we'll see all of you again next time. Thanks for coming in, and may your week be fruitful. And if not, stay warm and healthy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Okay, Dave, I think